If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please remember to hit that like button and of course subscribe for more content. And if you need any coins for Ultimate Team to get a head start on the game, head to the link in the description. Use the code TVM for a discount at checkout. What is going on, guys? Tim here. Welcome back to a brand new player review, and today we have N'Golo Kante 300, and well, it's a bit of a weird one depending on your platform. It can go from 325 all the way up to 425. There is a big price difference between certain platforms. As you can see, quite a few games played in Rivals Division 2 for those who are curious. So we are playing at a reasonably high level. He's got an engine on him. Not a massive fan of it. To be honest, the reason he has an engine is because I was playing him out of position, or rather we were, because it's a little bit of co-op Rivals. The Chem style I would normally like to use is not an engine, because I would like to use him as a CDM. He was playing more as a central midfield player. He was allowed to venture forward a little bit, come back and what have you. Not ideal, not a big fan of it, and I would obviously look to change it in the future. He was playing in the same team as Alan, Everton Alan, and I used Alan more as the CDM instead of Kante, just for that time, not because I thought he'd be better or anything. It was just that I was doing certain things with the squad and reviews and what have you, and it's just the way that it went, really. But I mean, given the opportunity, I mean, Shadow is obviously a chem style that a lot of people would use. 90 rated CDM, great acceleration, sprint speed, and fantastic defensive skills. I mean, gets 14 slide tackle, 9 stand, 8 interceptions, and all 3 of those go to 99. The defensive awareness goes to 94. It's just an outrageous set of stats in defense. But you can improve the passing if you want, turn him into a 92 rated CDM if you're happy with the pace the way that it is. You get 99 stand tackle, 94 defensive awareness, and then 95 short passing and 94 vision. 92 rated CDM. The powerhouse for me seems to be one of the better. But again, it's up to you whether you want to give him that pace boost or not. If you don't really get bothered about the defensive stats, you just want to boost that passing, give him a little bit of pace. The catalyst is there. The anchor's not a bad one either, actually, because you get 10 strength, which takes him up to 82, and of course his aggression goes up, his jumping goes up. Not that that's really going to help him because he's 5'6" anyway, but so many different options with his Kante. Just depends where you want to play him. Now, with that being said, like I said, I've played him in the wrong position, therefore I've reviewed him kind of in the wrong position, although most of the clips you're about to see are going to be defense-minded clips. Every single FIFA, this guy is expensive, and every single FIFA, he holds that price for a very, very long time. This FIFA will be absolutely no exception, and he will 100% hold a very high price tag for a long time. He's in a good team there, and we are in a good division, so we need to perform, and perform he does. He's not everywhere, and that again I think is down to the fact that I'm in the wrong, or playing him in the wrong position. So defensively, there are question marks, and he's not always in the right place at the right time, but again, he's not got stay back while attacking on him. As you can see there, he's ventured a little bit more forward than perhaps I'd like him to be, and you'll notice that, I don't know where Alan's gone actually. Alan is on stay back while attacking. I don't think he's on drop between the two centre backs. He's on stay back while attacking, and he does that really well, Alan, and he does the job really well. However, from now on, Kante will be my primary sort of CDM, because he just, every time he got into the position where he needed to make an interception, or any time he was called upon to make a challenge, he would do it, absolutely no nonsense whatsoever, and he is more than capable of going forward and playing a decent looking pass. He doesn't have very good passing stats outside of the short passing. His immediate short passing is very good, so I'm not too concerned about that. But if you do need to play a ball to try and carve open a defense or anything, forget about it. There's no point even trying. But that's for people who play him as a CM and don't play him as a CDM. If you're going out, right, and you're buying Kante, and you're not using him as a central defensive midfield player, you have issues. Because look at that. That's when he sort of fell back into that role to cover where Alan had sort of gone forward a little bit. And he did a very, very good job. Actually set up the goal. Rodrigo, by the way, cannot score on his left foot, which he is left-footed, but he can ping them in from 25 yards on his right peg, which he's got a 3-star weak foot. Doesn't make any sense. What does make sense is Kante in your midfield. Again, here plays a great ball forward, and we've got Rodrigo on side, right-footed. Of course, hits the back of the net because he can't score with his left. And there we go. The downside to this card, really, I suppose, is, I mean, it's the price tag, isn't it? You're not going to be smiling when handing over your 350-odd thousand coins. I've gone for the average, but 350,000 coins. You're not going to be very happy about it. I think immediately you might be, because you're like, well, I've got Kante, but it's a lot of coins to spend. Now, in terms of traits, doesn't have any. I don't really understand that. I'm not sure whether that was the same last year, but surely you would have something. Even if there was like a nice guy trait, you'd think he'd have something of that nature. But he doesn't, unfortunately. Could maybe have played him in there because he'd made the run from midfield, but for whatever reason we decided not to. As you can see, we're 3-1 up here. I think we've gone to win this game. Kante definitely at the heart of it, making interceptions galore and all the rest of it. I mean, in terms of negatives, I suppose there are a couple. And they're not really like proper standout negatives that would be game breaking or would be a reason for you not to get it. But he can't challenge for headers when the ball is played from a goal kick or a set piece. He's not going to be I mean, his jumping isn't terrible at 77, but his heading is awful and he's only 5'6". So challenging for any sort of set piece, corner, dead ball situation, whatever it may be, it's just not going to work. It doesn't happen. Forget about it, right? So that is one weakness. His pace, you could kind of argue that it needs to be improved. And again, I've given you options here. So you've got the Catalyst, you've got the Shadow, and whatever it may be. Now, the Powerhouse isn't actually a chem style I've sort of recommended there. Why? Because it is a very, very good chem style. I'm not sure. Maybe I made a mistake. But either way, I think the Powerhouse is probably one of the best bets if you want to use him as that CDM. He's not going to be very good at slide tackling. You don't boost the strength. His natural strength is quite low. And with the height being as it is, which of course is only 5'6", it does sometimes pose a problem that he can't really hold his own. I mean, it's not all the time, but if you come up against, and this is going to be a rare occasion, because obviously if you do play him CDM, it's not likely that he's going to be coming up against defenders like Van Dijk or anything. But if he does find himself a little bit further forward and Van Dijk finds himself a little bit far up the pitch, and they do end up meeting each other, that is where there is an absolute mismatch, and it's just not going to happen. Even the likes of Romelu Lukaku, who I played a couple of times, can bully Kante. So making sure that Kante has a strength boost can be a very important thing. So the anchor sort of ticks nearly every box, right? You get the plus 10 strength, you get a little bit more aggression, you improve the defending, and you get a little bit of a pace boost. So the anchor is a good chem style to use as well. Very good card that will hold his price for a very long time. And I don't think you'll want to go and pick up another CDM until Team of the Season, quite frankly. But that's just one man's opinion. Let me know what you think of him in the comments section down below. If you have enjoyed this player review, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.